company, and after creating the new company, right now we are doing accounts only. So after creating the new company, we have gone to the features here, accounting features and accounts only, yes, and then statutory and taxation, this GST and this GST on, and here we have entered what GST registration number of the owner where you are working. So far we have done up to here. Then save this. Okay, we have done up to here. Then we have entered what opening balances in the accounts. Now while practicing this sales transaction, don't create a new company. You open the company which is already created before and pass the transaction straight away. Okay, now see the sale bill. If I want to show you the transaction in sales, I'll see here. See, whenever we are passing the sales transactions, you have to create following ledgers. One is a party. Remember, whenever we are selling the goods to the party, that party will be called as sundry debtor, because sundry debtor, what is the meaning of sundry debtor? The person from whom we have to receive. So when we sell the good, we have to receive from the person. So party will be called as sundry debtor. Then sales ledger. Suppose I am selling 5% item. For example, see this bill here. This item is sold, and here down it is mentioned, it is mentioned here 6% central tax, 6% central tax and state, 6% central tax and 6% state tax. That means what, this item what we are selling is of 12% item. Okay, so this item is of 12% item. How you will come to know? Because this tax here, it is central 6% and what 6%. That means what, 6 and 6 12. So GST, total GST is 12%, and this is the sale. 5% is the sale, and this is the party to whom the goods are sold. That is Datta Naik. This is your sale 500. Same sale is reflected here. Taxable value 500, and this is the tax on that. And remember, whatever tax you are calculating on sale bill, that tax always called as what, output Cgst and output Sgst. Now see this, here I'll explain you about a number of ledgers you have to create whenever you are passing the sales transactions. First is a party ledger, which comes under sundry debtor. Then we have to create a sales ledger. Now here in this case, the sale, our sale is 12% sale. I'll create what, sales 12% ledger. Okay, if the sale is a 5% sale, then I'll create what, sale 5%. If it is a 12%, 12%. This sale 5%, 12% within the state. If you are selling the goods outside the state, same 5%, but you have to create a separate ledger, sales Igst 5%. If you are selling the goods 12% outside the state, you have to create separate ledger, sales Igst 12%. And whatever ledger, sales ledger is very, very important. Remember, sales ledger, whatever you are creating, should come under sales. So party is a sundry debtor, sale is a sale account. This comes under head sales. So while creating sales ledger, remember you will get an option called GST applicable, say yes. And once you say yes, you will get an option nature of transaction. Now suppose on the bill, if there is a Cgst, Sgst, that means the item is sold within the state. At that time we create what, sale 5%, 12%. If there is Igst on the bill, we create what, these ledgers under sales. GST applicable, yes. If it is within the state, then we select the option. Once you say yes, you will get this nature of transaction option. Sales taxable, you have to select the option called sale taxable if it is within the state. If you are selling outside the state, the nature of transaction will be interstate sales taxable. Okay. So then for the tax we have to create output Cgst, Sgst and Igst, depends what type of GST is then on the bill. And that ledger will come under duties and taxes. And suppose sometime you want to give discount on sale and all, we create round off ledger that will come under indirect expenses. This is very important. Party sundry debtor, sale is a sales account. At the time of creating sales ledger, GST applicable, yes. Nature of transaction, if it is within the state, sale taxable. Outside the state, nature of interstate sales taxable. And tax, we'll put it as a output Cgst, Sgst, duties and taxes, and round of indirect expenses. Now let us pass this bill now. As I told you, we have sold the goods to Datta Naik. The rate is what? 66, that is a 12% item. This item is a 12%. Sale value is what? 500 here. It is also reflected here, and here also 500. And these are the tax, that is 30 rupees and 30 rupees. I'll go to the tally now. Let us pass. To pass the transaction, go to accounting voucher. To pass the transaction, go to accounting voucher. When you go to the accounting voucher, see, this is the payment voucher. You have to go to the sales here. So you can change all this voucher here. So there is a sale also, there is a purchase also, payments, everything is given here. Only thing you have to go to accounting voucher. Then you go to the sales here. Okay. Then let us start now. Now here there is what? A reference number. I have to put it here 1003. Date is mentioned here 1st of April. I'll put F2. F2 for date here. This is F2. So F2 1st of April. Okay. 1st of April. Only this you have to put. Enter. Here it is actually 2018, but you put it as a 2020. Okay. So bill number so and so, date is enter. Party name is what? Datta Naik. Here it is Datta Naik. So I'll create a party. If I type Datta Naik there, Datta Naik, it is not accepting there. Why? The ledger is not there. We have to create the ledger, and to create the ledger, remember from the keyboard we are pressing alternate C. Alternate C. C for create. Alt C. I'll press. This is Datta Naik. Sundry data. I'll select from here sundry data. Okay, I'll select from here sundry data. Okay, and press enter, enter, rest of the option. So the party. Suppose you created Datta Naik and you put it under different head. Say for example, by mistaken you entered under sales head. It will not show you here. It will not show you here. See Datta Naik again, it is gone. But the ledger is created, it will not show you here because you put it under wrong head. And if you want to put the corrections to that, go out of this transaction, go to the account information, ledger, alter, Datta Naik, and say sundry data. Put it under proper head. Then it will be corrected. Now let us pass what? Sales transactions again. Sales 1003, date I'll put F2, 1st of April. Then here now it will display. See, it is coming now. Okay, if it doesn't come, if you put it under wrong head, it will not show you. Then for correction, account information, ledger, alter. Okay. So here we are not at present, we are not entering the item what are sold, because we have created a company with accounts only. In accounts only, we have to just enter the name of the party, whom it is sold, how much sale is done, and the tax on that. Okay. So how much sale is done? 500. And what is the percentage of this sale? 12%. So I'll create sales 12% here. Can I create? No, because the ledger is not there. Alt C, sales what? 12%. Under, remember, sale is a sale. Okay, as I told you, sale is a sale. See this ledger, sales ledger, I created a 12% item because under what? Sales. Okay. Now, when I created a sales account, as I told you, there is an option, you will get GST applicable. You have to say yes. Enter, GST applicable, say yes. And the nature of transactions, since it is within the state, since there is a Cgst or Sgst on the bill, I'll select here sales taxable. This is very important. Enter, and it is what? Rate is 12%. Enter. So this is done. And what is the sale value? What is the sale value here? Sale value is what? 500. So 500 I'll put. 500. Now we have to create the tax ledger. Output Cgst, Sgst. I'll type output Cgst, not there. Or C, output Cgst under duties and taxes. Remember, under duties and taxes. This is very important because they are tax. So party is a sundry data, sale is a sale, and tax will come under duties and taxes. Duties and taxes. Here you have to select GST. And now since this is Cgst means central, I'll select the central here. Then you press enter. So automatically the tax will calculate. Suppose the tax is not calculate automatically. That means you did the mistake with this sales ledger. Okay. So tax should calculate automatically. In that case, suppose you did mistake with the sales ledger, go back. Press backspace from the keyboard. Go back to the sales ledger. To modify that, press Control and enter. Control enter. Then you can see this option, yes. And here it should be sales taxable. And head should be sales. And it should be yes here. And sales taxable. Suppose I didn't select this option. If I made this option no here, that means GST will not calculate automatically. It should be sales taxable 12%. Okay. Now see, it is calculated automatically. Output GST will come under duties and taxes, GST central, because it is Cgst, and enter. Now we have to create output Sgst. Press Alt C from the keyboard, output Sgst. Under duties and taxes, GST state now, because S means state. I'll select the state, enter, enter, enter. So the GST is calculated. Check the bill value is 560. Here also it is 560. That means the transaction is correct. So then you press enter, 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 credit sale. This is the narration, enter and enter. So this is the way you have to pass your credit sales entries. So in this case, in this exercise, you just enter the entries or relating to only Cgst and Sgst entry, that too single GST. Okay, on some other bill you will find two GSTs on the same bill. Those bill you don't pass. So I'll show you bills. See this bill, there are two GST, 6% is also there, sorry 12% is there, plus what, 18% is also there. So this type of a bill you don't pass. You pass the bill with a single GST like this, single GST bill, and that too also with the party account. If there is a cash here, don't pass this. With party account, you pass all the bills related to party account, that is sales. Let us see more about sales transactions. Okay, on some bill you will find, see, on some bill you will find cash sales. On some bills you will find this is also cash sale. On some bill you will find that there is what, party. That means this is what, credit sales. Okay. Now similarly, on some bill you will find what, single GST, that is what, 6% here, 6%, 6%. That is what, that means this sale is 12% sale. On some bill you will find two type of GST. You can see here on this bill, like 1 minute. See on this bill now. See, there are two sales here. One is here 6 and 6%. That means this 9,000 here. This 9,000 is your 12% GST. And this 6,200 is your 18% GST. That means these whatever items are sold here, these items are of 2%. Two type of percentage are having two type of. Some items are of 12% GST, some items are of 18% GST. Let us pass this and see. So the goods are sold to what? Mahesh Kamath. I'll go to tally. I'll go to the sales here. I'll put a date, say 1st of July, reference number so and so. So you have to put date and the reference number. I put any number, date and reference number is okay. So reference number is 9. So Mahesh Kamath. So Mahesh Kamath is not there. Or see Mahesh Kamath sundry data. Okay. Okay. Now how many type of sales are there? There are two type of sales. Sale in this bill there are 12% sale and what, 18% sale. So I'll create sales 12%. It is there already. We have already created. Okay. If it is not there, you have to press Alt C. Sales 12%. Under sales GST yes, and here sales taxable 12%. Okay. Okay. So how much is the 12% sale here? This is 9,000. Taxable value, remember taxable value you have to put 9,000. Taxable value means a value on which this tax is calculated. That means what, this is the sale value. So 9,000. Similarly, we have 18% GST also. So the sale, I'll create one more ledger. Sales what, 18%. It is not there. So what I'll do, Alt C, sales 18%. Under sales GST yes. Here sales taxable and what, 18% GST. Okay, that sale is how much, 6,200. 6,200. Now on this GST is there, so output Cgst, which is already created, and output what, Sgst. Now you can check the total, 17,396. So here it is 17,396. So our total and this total is matching. That means the bill is correct. So I'll put a narration for this bill. Enter, enter. Say credit sale. Then enter, enter. This is credit sales. Understood? Similarly, if I want to pass one more, I can pass one more with a double GST. So these are single GST. No, no, 1 second. See, here also there is 18% plus 12%. So these are the sale value. If I want to put here, I'll put here. If it is cash sale, now right now it is a cash sale. So what I'll put here? Cash directly. No party account. So here I'll press enter, enter, enter. So here I'll get sale 12%. First sale 18% is there. Sale 18%. How much it is? 1000. And sale 12%. I'll put 1800. And then output Cgst. And then output what? Sgst. That's it. Now you check the bill 3196. 3196. Then you press enter. This is your cash sale. Cash sales. Enter, enter. So this is the way you have to enter the multiple GST bills and the single GST bill. Only if the party is there, you put a party account. If the cash sale is there, you put cash directly. Okay. So this is the way you can enter all the, right now what you do, you enter all the sales transaction. Similarly, on some bill, there will be IGST. I'll go to the IGST. I'll check whether, which bills are IGST. So right now, this is no. So I'll go down 1 second. So amount, no, there is no IGST is there. These are the bills relating to only Cgst and Sgst. There is no IGST there. So you complete all these transactions with the Cgst and Sgst today. Tomorrow I will send you the transactions relating to IGST. Okay. So these are all Cgst and Sgst. Let us see how to pass IGST bills in Tally now. Now look at this bill now. This, the items are sold to Sumuk Enterprises, Mumbai. Okay, and this is the bill. On that bill there is a IGST, 12% IGST. Okay, and this is a sale value. That is what? 1,80,000 is a sale value. Now whenever I want to enter that in account, I'll go to the Tally. In sales, I'll go to sales. I'll put the bill number, say bill number 11, invoice number 11, date of the bill is 1st of April. I'll put F2, 1st of April. The Sumuk bill is sold to Sumuk Enterprises Mumbai. So see Sumuk Enterprises, sundry data. Okay. Okay. Now here this item is of 12%. Earlier we have already created sales 12%, but in this sales 12% we have specified this sale is what? Within state sale. At that time we have selected the option sale taxable in GST. Right now we are selling the goods outside the state, so you have to create, although it's a 12%, although it is a 12%, don't use the same ledger. You create a separate ledger for IGST. So I'll create a separate ledger, or see sales IGST 12%. Okay, under sales. Okay, then GST you have to say yes, and here instead of sales taxable, you have to select interstate sales taxable. Interstate means outside the state. Enter 12%. Okay, so total sale is what? Taxable sale is what? 1,80,000. Okay, remember only sales ledger. Party is the same. Sales ledger we have to create separately. Don't use the same ledger. If I try to use the same ledger, see it sale 12%, 1,80,000, and if I create output IGST, okay, under duties and taxes GST integrated. See, GST will not calculate automatically because this sale, the 12% sale we have created with what? GSTS with sale taxable. Sale taxable means within the within state, that is in Goa. It is sold in Goa. So here we have to create separate ledger, sales IGST 12%. Okay, that is already created. Sales IGST 12%. Under sales, GST, yes, and here it is not sale taxable, but interstate sales taxable, 12%. Now see, the GST will calculate automatically. Okay, so remember, for IGST, create separate ledger, but put it under interstate sales taxable. And then output IGST, duties and taxes, GST integrated. That's it. Okay, so this is the way you have to pass IGST bill. So there are two type of business we will be studying here. One is called trade type of business and second is called service type of business. So right now whatever transactions we have done for sales is related to trade. Trade means what? Purchase and sales. Now for example, see this bill. Suppose I am working for ABC company. I am working for ABC and company. I am selling the goods to Peter Fernandez. Okay. So I'll pass this entry in sales. You know how to pass this entry. GST is 5%, party account sundry data, sale 5%, 6,000, Cgst, Sgst, correct? Second type of business is a service type of business. Suppose you understood this two type of business, you can get the job anywhere. Okay, so at present we have done the entries of that Zenith and all that thing. Those are what? All those transactions related to trade business. Now suppose tomorrow you got a job in service related business. Okay. Now for example, see this bill. Suppose I got a job in Rukma Enterprises. This company is repairing computers and accessories. Is not selling goods, but they repair computers and accessories. Okay. See, their bill will be like this. This company had given the service to whom? Deepak Naik. Okay. Date is so and so. They had repair laptop 2000, repair monitor so and so. Total this 12% GST is applied on this. For this, now see the meaning of sales here. Sale doesn't mean only you are selling the goods. Sale also means you can sell your service here. Now remember, this is service related business. Suppose you are working for Rukma Enterprises, who is just giving service. They are not selling goods. That means for this Rukma Enterprises is selling service, remember. And what type of service they are selling? They are selling repair service. So they are repairing laptop and all that thing. They sell repair service. Okay, total worth of 3,000. Whom the service is given? To Deepak Naik. These entries also I will pass in sales. How to pass? Put the bill number so and so, date and all, Deepak. Service is given to whom? Now here you have to assume that you are working for Rukma Enterprises and the Rukma Enterprises is giving the service to whom? Deepak Naik. And what type of service it is? It is repair service. So what I'll do here? Deepak Naik. Sundry data. Okay, here I will, instead of creating sales, I have given the service, no, because this company is giving the service. So what about service it is? Repair. So I'll say repair service at the rate of 12% under sales, because it's the sale of service. GST is sales taxable 12%. Same thing, but only the name of the ledger is repair service. Similarly, suppose I am working for, say, advertisement company. Also what? Service related company. Okay. Here I'll create what? Advertisement service. Suppose I am working for maintenance service. I'll say maintenance service. All ledger should come under sales because that is a sale of service. Okay. GST is, this is sales taxable so and so. That is 3,500. Then output Cgst and say output Sgst. Okay, that is over. And say that's it. Okay. So this is the way you can pass. Now see this bill now. See this bill. Suppose you are working for Suvidha Security Limited. This is a security company. See the bill, there is no quantity, rate, amount, nothing, directly particulars amount. That means this bill is what? Service related bill. And suppose you are working for this company, Suvidha Security Company. So company had given this bill to whom? Somnath Enterprise. This entry I'll pass it under what? Sales. Here Somnath Enterprises. Sundry what? Data. And what type of service they are giving? This company is what type of service it is giving? Security service. Okay, so everything you don't have to enter in account all these things. You create only, suppose there are lots of things are written here. Don't create everything. You create only one ledger of all. So what type of service this company is giving? Security service. So I'll create security service at the rate of what? How much percentage? How much percent? 99 means 18%. So I'll put 18. It is sale. GST is sales taxable 18%. Okay. So how much it is? 98,000. And this is output Cgst and say output Sgst. If there is a IGST on the bill, here I'll put what? Security service 18%. This is, I'll create a separate ledger. IGST. Under sales, GST, yes. And here it will be what? Interstate sales taxable 18%. Like this. And here I'll put what? Output IGST. If it is IGST. So for IGST, you have to create separate ledger. Okay? Yeah. So for round off, create ledger round off here. Now see, whenever we are selling the goods, we are giving discount, or say we say bill round off. Okay, that means when we give discounts to other, it becomes an expense for us. So you create a ledger round off, or even you can create discount also ledger under indirect expenses. Since it is an expense for us, it's an indirect expenses. Okay. Now round off, suppose you want to suppose here the bill is say 20.50 rupees, 50 paisa. You want to add 50 paisa here, just type 0.50 here. If you want to deduct the 50 paisa, so you can say minus 0.50 like this. Okay. So you can, this is very important.